Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ahmed Arifan bin Muhammad Faisal Mazian from SKKESANG. It is an honor to be here to share on the book that I read. The title is The House with a Clock in Its Walls. This book has 178 pages. The price is 35 ringgit and 90 cents. Even though this book is quite thick, but I really enjoy this book because it is full of surprise. The House with a Clock in Its Walls, a young adult fantasy novel by John Bellairs, was illustrated by Nathan Collins, and this book was published by Piccadilly Press. The House with a Clock in Its Walls is a weirdly charming, delightfully spooky surprise with terrifically zen. It gives me goosebumps, and I think it can provide fun for the whole family and some decent frights for the young ones too. I recommend anyone, child or adult, to read this story. The words, pictures, and colors of the book cover of this story definitely tell the message clearly about the story itself. The cover is really visually attractive. The deep blue color of the cover gives a hint of spooky about the story. This book is about when Louis' parents die in an accident. Louis finds himself orphaned and his life turned upside down. He moves to New Zebedee, Michigan, a small town where his uncle, Jonathan Barneveld, a mysterious man whom he has never met, lives. Louis meets his uncle Jonathan in his old historic home. Louis realizes this is now his home as well. Shortly after his arrival, Jonathan reveals to Louis that he is a warlock, a man with the magic power to cast spells and influence the world around him. Jonathan's neighbors, Florence Zimmerman, also has powers, though Louis realizes that hers are much better honed than his uncle's. Jonathan is a mediocre but kind-hearted warlock, and Florence is a powerful good witch. Louis quickly learns many new things about the magical world from his uncle. The house where Jonathan lived is old. Throughout the house, there is a loud ticking sound, like the ticking of an enormous clock. The ticking sometimes slows down, sometimes speeds up, but it can never be found or turned off. Jonathan and Florence have no idea what the ticking means or where it is, but Jonathan suspects it has something to do with the previous owners of the home, Isaac and Selena Izzard, who were black sorcerers that committed evil magic. They're certain the clock signals some terrible event that Isaac had plotted before his death. In an effort to impress a popular kid at school, Louis drags a forbidden magic book off the shelf and accidentally raises Isaac from the dirt, triggering a supernatural throwdown to save the world. When Louis discovers the hidden clock, he has to face the massive magical mechanism alone. Florence is stuck battling a giant snake in the basement, and Jonathan has been transformed into a baby with his adult head. A desperate Louis consults his magic 8-ball, asking it what to do. The message it delivers is, "Say goodbye." Louis realizes that this means he has to let go of the pain of the loss of his parents. So he throws the 8-ball into the clock's working, where it gums up and then destroys the clock itself. In this moment, Louis succeeds in unlocking his true power by letting go of his pain. This emotional development allows him to blast Isaac and Selena into the machine, ensuring their demise as they are wound backwards in time into nothingness. The ending of The House with a Clock in Its Walls offers lessons about coping with grief and what it means to be a family. This story gives a message about letting go of the pain of the past in favor of the hope of a brighter tomorrow.